Hello everyone. In this tutorial, I will be demonstrating how to make fabric covered wooden earrings. This is the perfect project to make use of your scrap fabric. So if you're a hoarder like me when it comes to scrap fabric, this is the perfect project for you. Alright, let's go ahead and get started. Alright, for this tutorial, you are going to need some fabric that's big enough for your pieces. You'll need some fabric scissors. You'll need an X-Acto knife. You will also need the wooden pieces. Check the description box for these. You'll need a sponge applicator. You'll need some fabric Mod Podge. You'll also need some wax paper. You'll also need some earring backs or earring posts depending on your option. So these are some posts here that you can use if you want to do the stud option, or you'll need the wire hooks if you want to do the other earring option. So if you want it to look like this, you'll need the wire hooks. You'll also need some jump rings, 2 for each earring, and you'll need some pliers, and you'll also need some earring backs. Alright, let's begin. Alright, so first thing that you're going to do is get your wooden pieces and your scrap fabric and decide what part you want to use. I'm going to use this area, so I'm going to lay it here, and I'm going to cut out just an area big enough for me. Okay, I'm going to cut out another one just like that. Alright, now that your 2 pieces of fabric have been cut out, go ahead and grab your Mod Podge, your applicator, and your wax paper. And what you want to do is go ahead and place your fabric with the right side facing up on top of your wax paper. Take your glue, and we're going to put the glue right on top. Now as you're applying your glue, make sure you are painting in the same direction. Alright, go ahead and let this dry for 10 to 15 minutes. Now if you're deciding to use a different shape wooden piece, you're going to do the same exact thing. Place it right on top, cut out a shape that's big enough, then you'll apply your glue going in the same direction, and also let it dry for 10 to 15 minutes. This is optional, but if you want your wooden piece to be covered on the front and on the back, then you will need to cut 2 additional pieces, and you can go ahead and do those both as well. So you'll have 2 for the front pieces, 2 for the back pieces. Alright, now that your front pieces are dry, what you want to do is go ahead and flip them over to the back, and we're going to apply some fabric Mod Podge directly on the back. Okay. Make sure that your Africas are pointing outwards, okay, for your front part. And you're just going to set it and then go ahead and put a little bit on here. Now I'm doing the same thing for my rectangular pieces. I'm just flipping it over to the back, applying some fabric Mod Podge. Then I will take a little bit of Mod Podge and put it on the back of the rectangular piece and place that right on top of my fabric. If you have any excess glue coming out of the sides of your fabric in your wooden piece, you can just take your sponge and just clean around that area and just clean off the glue. Alright, go ahead and let this dry for 10 to 15 minutes. Okay, go ahead and grab your X-Acto knife and we're going to cut this out. So with it flipped up like this, you just take your X-Acto knife and you're slicing off the fabric. You would do the same thing for the Africa one. Now this one is a little bit more challenging because you have to get into every corner. Once you get to the end of this piece, you may recognize that you have some little stray pieces of thread hanging off. And that's okay. You can take your X-Acto knife and get as much off as possible. If you are deciding to cover the back of your earrings, go ahead and take your back pieces of fabric and flip them over to the back. Add some Mod Podge to the fabric and to your wooden piece, and then place your wooden piece right on top, just like we did with the front. So I'm going to do the same thing. Flipped it over to the back. I'm adding some Mod Podge to my fabric and to my wooden piece, and I'm placing my wooden piece right on top, and I'm going to let this dry. Alright, now that you have the front and optional if you have the backs done, so I have the front and the backs done, what we're going to do is just put a top layer. I'm just adding a top layer of glue to the front part of my earring just to seal it off. Now with the Africa one, this is especially important because if you have any fraying edges, this helps to lay down any little scraggly pieces that may be fraying, helps to lay them down just like those edges. Okay, if you're going to do the earring post option, go ahead and grab your glue, some clips, and a little piece of sandpaper. So what you want to do is take one of your pieces, flip it over to the back, and you want to take your sandpaper, and I'm just going to, right where I'm going to put my post, I'm just sanding. I just sanded just a little dot where I'm going to put the post. Then you grab one of your posts and you're going to sand the top part. This is going to help the glue to adhere. Alright. So now I'm going to take the glue. Going to put a little in that area. Take my post. Putting a little on that area. And I'm going to press that down in place. Now with the Africa, flip it over, and you're going to want to put your post so that it can fit on your ear, like up in this area. Alright, if you're going to do this option, go ahead and grab your pliers. You need 2 jump rings and the wire piece. Okay, first thing you want to do is take your piece and you want to find something sharp. Alright, you want to find the side that has the hole in it, and you want to stick the sharp thing inside. Could be whatever, and you want to do both sides. So find the hole, and you're just making it so that now you have a visible hole. So once you have your hole poked through, grab one of your jump rings and open it up. So I have it opened up. And you want to take the piece, and you're just gonna so now I have the jump ring through that one. Take your second jump ring, open it up. Take the wired earring piece, slip it on there, close it back up. So I closed it up. Then you want to grab the earring piece, the one that's still open, drop it on there, and close that back up. And now you have it connected. Alright everyone, this concludes the tutorial. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for future tutorials. And please check out my blog and other social media outlets for more pictures and other DIY projects. Until next time.